Hello folks, Duane Moreno obviously, and I'm here from our new headquarters downtown Toronto. CN Tower is through that window right there. And I gotta tell you, this week, today, and the next few days, really great to be back at it. Probably touching as many clients here in 3 days as I normally would take a month and a half to do, with my feet. So we're using Google Hangouts. There's been some issues with Zoom because of security and so on. So supporting our dealers and our customers in terms of getting through these times with practices and principles and psychology and all kinds of stuff to really help them plug through and still make some money and pay the bills during these crazy times that we're in. So super glad to be here in a new office, kind of exciting. And what I want to go through right now is some ideas on several requests that I've gotten on how to relax, stay calm, stay focused, how to build a routine back up in your day and all that kind of stuff. So I want to go through a couple of things that are really about moving meditations. Now, if you've never studied martial arts, Tai Chi, yoga, or anything like that, I really have a strong respect for old, ancient practices. If these things didn't work, they would have fallen by the wayside eons ago. And there's a lot of misconceptions here with meditation. So don't tune off or tune out at that word. But let me tell you really what a meditation is. It is not calming your mind. What it is actually ending up with a calm mind at the end of the practice. And it's called a practice because you're always practicing. You never get really great at it, you never master it. And I want to give you two moving meditations, they're called, that are the two I started with years ago that then led into the other stuff that I now tend to do, in other ways. And really, it sounds like a bit of an irony here, but stick with me for a second. This definitely holds true. You're going to calm your mind by making your mind busy, okay, on a very simple task. And you're also going to relax yourself by getting yourself to actually focus on something. So rather than having your mind go blank and zone out, that's really not what it does. You become so single-pointedly focused on one thing that everything else fades around it. And then when you're done this, or you get better at it, you'll notice you can quote-unquote hold that pose. Now, if you've ever done physical yoga, depending on what type of yoga that you do, the more you hold that pose, the better you get at holding that pose. It's because your mind is able to hold that pose. If you ever try to hold a yoga pose for a while and you start to flounder or fall out of it, it's because you'll notice your mind drifted out of the focus of either visualizing that pose or feeling that pose in your body. So here's the 2 tips regarding relaxation, meditation, mindfulness. And this stuff is now, I'm really happy to say, being taught in a lot of schools because children get a big benefit from this. The Dalai Lama said years ago that if every child would learn to meditate before the age of 7, we would have no world issues, no wars. I got to tell you, based on my experience with it, I tend to kind of believe in that. So it's very much a physical mental practice. So here's the first one. The first moving meditation is this. Go for a walk anywhere, around your house, outside, it doesn't matter. And what you want to do is you want to place your mind inside your body. So you want to get good at feeling how your feet and the different parts of your feet hit the ground and focus on that for a few steps. Then move your mind up to your ankles, then up to your shins and the bones and the ligaments and so on in your knees, then up to your thigh and your waist and your core. What does your core do when you're walking? How do you feel that tension? What's happening? You basically move your mind very, very pointedly through the inside of your body. And you notice if your brain drifts outside of that thought process to what's going on around you or something internally or whatever. And then you bring your mind back to that thought. The better you get at this, the better you'll get at actually everything in your life because you create a very focused brain that can be assigned tasks even in times of stress. Okay, and it's proved to be very useful for me right now because, let's face it, we're all under a lot of stress, and this is something that's going to help you sleep better, feel better, look younger, and deal with problems. So that's called an in-body walking moving meditation. Very easy to do, very tough to master. Try it. Try it through the day. 2 seconds, 2 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever you can do, whatever you can handle, try it. It's going to help you. You can do it on your lunch. You can do it when you walk to the washroom at work, when you get back to work. The beautiful part of that one, it can be practiced at any time, even going to see a sales manager in the middle of a car deal. This is going to give you some conscious awareness of yourself in that deal. Okay, that's the first one. Here's the second one, also pretty easy to understand, difficult to master. Find yourself a quiet spot, quiet room, put in some earplugs if you have to, would be great. You want to get rid of any kind of auditory or visual distractions if you can. And what you want to do is you want to close your eyes and just kind of create a relaxed, centered posture and breathe in a color. Breathe in a color that to you represents abundance, represents, good energy or good thoughts, whatever you want to call it. And then on the way out, as you breathe in through your mouth, on the way out through your nose, breathe clearing or cleansing or detoxifying or getting rid of garbage. And whatever color makes sense on the breath in of abundance, and whatever color makes sense for you on the breath out, which has to do with cleansing and so on, is the right color for you. These ideas are all coming from just randomly me picking up my book called Unstoppable Attitude, and wherever it opens on that page, that's where I'm kind of doing the tips for the day and these ideas. So I'm Duane Marino. You can find us on Amazon. You can absolutely hire me to coach your dealership through this through Google Hangouts. We have Marino TV online, 3,000 videos behind a paywall, available through us exclusively in Canada, through my company, or through Grant Cardone's company, Cardone On Demand. Get a hold of them to get my online training in the United States. That's how you have to do it down there. Call us at 1-888-735-6275. Shoot us an email, whatever you want. I wish only great things for you and your business and your company and your families. And there's a lot of ways to skin a cat. So I'm only throwing ideas at you randomly. Whatever is sticking for you is one more thing that's going to benefit you now and when this thing is over. Take care, and we'll see you soon.